Hello and welcome back to the channel. In this video we're stepping into the daily routine of Rihanna part 2 because we're looking at what are the things that you could apply to your daily routine, and of course, very important, things you need to adjust before trying out anything that she does. You ready to rumble with part number 3, things that you could apply to your daily routine? That was a lot of text, but I'm sure you're ready to start. All right, here we go. The first thing is, of course, her daily routine is based on her identity, and you don't need to run a beauty empire just to apply some of her aspects. So the first thing is you can build a flexible morning routine. For example, try out hydration, drinking a lot of water, taking care of your skin, have a calm start or a light breakfast. But one thing that is very important, keep in mind that flexibility helps you reduce stress. Because here's the thing, let's say you need to get up at 7 in the morning and you need to leave the house by 8. And you say, I need to do this, and that step. But then you realize you start snoozing, and you're being stressed for nothing because you just have a few minutes left because you cannot have the proper breakfast or you cannot really take care of your hair as you wanted. It's okay, because having a flexible morning routine really helps you to adapt to the current situation. Let's say you snoozed for too long. Then you can think of, okay, what's the most important thing? What do I need right now in order to have a successful and unstoppable day? So this is one of the benefits that can really help you have a good start in the morning, because if you're still energized in the morning, even though something doesn't really go according to plan, isn't that great that you have the energy to really keep on pushing throughout the day? The second point that you could apply to your daily routine is to move your body intuitively. So you don't need intense workouts. You can dance, you can walk, you can stretch, or you do light strength training. But here's the important thing. The movement you're doing, it should feel empowering. It should really encourage you to do even more. Because here's one thing that we can learn from looking at Rihanna's daily routine. She does Pilates, she does core work. And each of those exercises, the more you're actually working on those exercises, the more strength, the more stamina you're getting. And here's the cool thing. Once you start exercising, you might say, oh, I cannot do this exercise properly. This is not working. This is not working. But as you consistently do this exercise, you will see over time that you build up momentum. And at some point you look back and like, wow, I can do all of those things. And as you're improving in the skills, it really helps you also, not helps you, but also boosts your confidence. Because imagine at the beginning, you couldn't do a 3-minute plank and suddenly, pshoo, you're like 3 minutes, easy peasy, I can do it no matter what. And as you have those little success stories, it really helps you really build up the confidence you need throughout the day to be successful and unstoppable, no matter what. And really look also what kind of exercises energize you. For example, if you love to dance, think about what kind of movements, what kind of dances can really energize you. If you're more of a rugby player or a football player, that's fine. Look at how you can really integrate this into your daily routine. The third point that you could apply to your daily routine is build a creative practice that is based on intuition. You don't need to create daily, but you can capture ideas, brainstorm, reflect, or create in waves. Creativity is cyclical. And what is very important here is that you don't have to sit down, okay, today I will work from 9 to 11 on some creativity parts. I'm going to write. I'm going to think of the technical script that I need to work on. So I put all of those things together. I have to do it no matter what. And then you start, you're like, creativity. Hello, creativity. Hello. Are you there? And you just hear the echo of your voice instead of creativity showing up. This can happen and it's completely normal. But if you're more flexible and you really follow your intuition, it helps you ride those creativity waves accordingly. And instead of just going against the stream because you have it on your schedule that you need to be creative, you just follow the waves and you're swimming even faster. Metaphorically speaking, but also practically speaking. Because once you have the inspiration, ideas, they just flow consistently. And one thing, of course, you don't want to force it and just wait for that one moment when creativity hits you. No, that's when you have the brainstorming parts, or where you write down any kind of ideas, so that when you have an idea, write it down. Don't think, oh yeah, I will think about it next time. No, write it down so that when you want to work on it, you can go back to your previous thoughts, your previous notes, whatever you had in mind, and you can go back, oh, okay, yes, I thought of this, and then it comes easier for you. The fourth point that we can take just by looking at Rihanna's routine is to make sure that you protect your emotional boundaries and work on things that really energize you so you have the energy you need throughout the day. Try, for example, some alone time, saying no, reducing noise, or prioritizing peace, because your energy is your currency. This means, for example, you have those wonderful friends that you really want to meet, but you had such a busy day and you notice, I'm running a bit out on energy and I need some time just to digest everything, to really think again about myself, work on things that energize me. It's okay to say no, hey friends, I really love you, but for today, I need to spend some time just for myself. Or, for example, having some alone time helps you to focus on your passions. For example, you like to work on this DIY project because every time you work on it, it just helps you to zoom out from all the stress that you have throughout the day. You work on it and you already think in your mind how to create it, what are the next steps, and how nice it feels on your hands. These are moments that you want to really use more throughout the day because these are like little battery fillers, because you work on it and you're just so in the moment, you forget completely about time, and by the time you're done, you're just completely fresh, even though you may have had a busy day. So really look at what are your emotional boundaries and take some moments to just re-energize yourself. Another point in setting emotional boundaries is to look at things that may be draining you. For example, you always talk to one colleague during lunchtime, and whenever you talk to the colleague afterwards, you just feel even more tired and more anxious, or whatever you feel. And that could be one point to see, maybe I need to change the conversation with my colleague. Instead of talking about all the problems that are out there in the world, think about, let's talk about something that really energizes you or something that inspires you. And you will see the conversation is completely going to change and you feel much lighter afterwards. The fifth point is about building routines that support and boost your confidence. Because Rihanna's routine supports her identity, and yours should support yours as well. Coming back to the exercises, or also other points, always think about tasks where you consistently challenge yourself a bit. Try a bit more, try a bit more. And the more you challenge yourself, it really gives you the confidence, the assurance, the positivity, knowing that I've already conquered those little victories step by step. I for sure can also handle that big challenge ahead of me, but just continuously work on the smaller steps. And that's the same thing you can apply to your daily routine. So look at things that maybe scare you a bit. Think about, why does it scare you and what kind of routines could you put in place in order to overcome that and say, ha, I know you might seem like a big challenge, but you know what? I ain't scared. I send you away because I continuously work on my little projects so that at one point it will be easy peasy for me. So again, set up routines that help you boost your confidence, that no matter what is in front of you, you can say, yes, I can do it, because you know what? I'm unstoppable. Okay. Now we looked at what are the 5 points that you could apply to your daily routine. But before all of that, I'm sure you're already super excited to start with it. Before, let's have a look at what are the things that you need to adjust before trying out anything. Number 1, know your energy patterns, because Rihanna creates in waves, but your routine should match your natural rhythm. For example, let's say you're more a disciplined person. You want to create every single time at a specific time. That's completely fine. Or let's say I'm more creative in the evening. In the morning, I like to work more on analytical, technical parts, and in the evening, I just want to be in a creative space and relax completely. That's why I want to do my creative activities more in the evening. So really understand yourself, know what is necessary for you. Because the worst thing is you say, yes, I create whenever I feel like it, but you're more of a structured person. And then you don't really feel like the creativity is coming because you're not really regularly working on it. So really look at what is your energy pattern and apply the routine accordingly. Adjustment number 2, avoid extremes. Her routine is balanced. Start with something small and build up sustainable habits. Because if you say from day 1, I'm going to write for 3 hours at once. The first times it's going to be very easy because you said, okay, I'm going to write for 3 hours. But then the more you do it, it just feels like a big burden, right? For 3 months, I need to write for 3 hours every single day. Gosh, this is so much. That's why really start small, so that over time you again build up the small momentum. And this helps you really to have something sustainably, because it seems like a small task. But if you do every time a little small movement, you see, even though it is small, seemingly small, you make an improvement. And that's the thing also that you need to consider for your own routine. And also look at the balance. Adjustment number 3, which is build emotional boundaries slowly. Independence is a skill and not a switch. Let's say you're more a social person. You like to hang out with people. You like to chat with people regularly. Don't say right away, okay, guys, I need some alone time. Starting from today, I'm not going to hang out with you anymore because I need some time to relax. It's not going to work, because the change is just so abrupt that at some point you're like, what just happened? I don't really know what I should do in the alone time. So again, really think of building it up slowly. For example, let's say you have 1 week, and 1 week you meet 5 times in the evening your friends or family members or whomever, but every 5 times in the week you have something planned. Think about, for example, you just have 1 day less with some alone time for yourself. Or you could think about, instead of meeting them for 3-4 hours every single day, just reduce it by 1 hour and take that 1 hour just for yourself, for your evening routine, for your skincare, for some Pilates or for some dancing classes, or whatever your heart is telling you that could help you to really have this alone time, have this moment of reflection, and really again building up, reassuring your own self and your values. Because again, if you remember, Rihanna, she has this time just to reflect on her own values, her own time, and to think about where she wants to be. If you have some time just to think about, who am I? Okay, who am I? What is important for me? What do I want to achieve in the future? It's easier for you to make decisions daily, because you know one day I'm going to be the best technician ever. I'm going to create the best model ever. And you have that picture in your mind as you took some time just to really think about it. And then it's easier to think about if somebody offers you, hey, I have a proposal for you in a singing career. You can say, oh yeah, thank you very much. That sounds really nice, but I want to be the best engineer ever. So if you have that vision in your mind, it helps you again to make decisions properly and really help you accelerate your path as to where you want to be in the future. Adjustment number 4. Build a routine that supports your confidence. Rihanna's routine works because it reinforces who she is. Your routine must reinforce who you are becoming. If you remember, if you want to be a big engineer, think about what kind of habits, what kind of aspects you need to put in place in order to be there. And it's really about building up that confidence that you can say, yes, one day I'm going to be the best ever engineer. I will come up with the biggest idea that is going to change the world. And really look at what supports your needs at that moment, and also of course your confidence. Well, I have to say, in my case, I like to work in waves. And there was a time where I really just practiced talking in front of the camera no matter what. I practiced for a lot of time just to feel confident talking to a machine in front of me, to a system in front of me, and really talk as if I'm talking to somebody I've known for ages. And that's the thing, really look at a system that helps you create that skill and build it over time, because that's crucial. The input, the work you're doing right now helps you become who you want to be in the future. So that's Rihanna's daily routine. It's intuitive, it's confident, creative, and built on a foundation of emotional independence. She always looks into what she needs right now and what's the best decision to take, instead of just looking at what are the latest market trends or what is really needed, and just really follow what her heart tells her. But the real lesson is not that you have to start a beauty empire, start singing or being an actress. No, it's about the decisions that you make in order to support the creativity that you need in life, to have the emotional peace in life, in order to also build the future version who you want to be. Then let me know in the comments which part you liked And also, what kind of routines are you using to build up the future superstar for yourself? Let me know in the comments, and of course, if you liked that analysis, let me know who else you would like to hear more of. Stay tuned and speak to you soon. Bye! Remember to subscribe to the channel so you can hear more of such videos in the future. Stay tuned. Bye!